Good morning, Guardians. Ebontis here with your Xur Day information for December 9th. Xur is located in the North Tower, and he is located across from the Speaker's Catwalk, chilling out in front of the big door that we've never been able to open. So let's see what he's got. So the first exotic we have for the week is the Dunemarchers for the Titan. These are not going to be like an amazing exotic per se, but they just have some general benefits, mostly for PvP that I would say, that you can have some fun with. Speed Demon is the perk, increased sprint speed, increased movement speed while aiming your weapon, and tighter turning radius while sprinting. So, in general, move faster. As I said, so it's not going to be like, oh, your super is a lot better, or you've got this really cool perk. It's just a general overall benefit. If you're testing out a bunch of builds, you want just something general you can switch between and always have something good coming from this, they're an okay thing to use. I've used them in PvP. As I said, they're not going to be a beast, not going to be amazing, but if you just want a general boost to overall speed and movement in general, not too shabby. Got a discipline and strength roll on them this morning. It's only okay, not amazing tier 12 stats or anything, so if you buy these, I might see if I can get an intellect discipline roll on these, so maybe some glass needles to go with them. They've got shotgun ammo and rocket launcher ammo, kind of okay. Personal preference on the ammo, as always, it's up to you guys. Finally, we've got Arc Double Down. Arc definitely could be used for these if you're trying to shoulder charge or juggernaut around. You can run a little faster, turn those corners a little quicker. Not a bad benefit there. So, again, keep in mind, not an amazing exotic, but in the grand scheme, definitely played with horse, just kind of a general overall movement speed increase. You can find some uses for those if you want to. Second exotic we have is the sealed Ahamkara's Grasp for the Hunters. These are gauntlets, and the exotic perk is called Nightmare Fuel. You gain an additional melee charge. It's pretty straightforward. Melee damage has a chance to automatically reload your primary weapon. So as you're running around, if you're stabbing a bunch of stuff, you have a chance to reload your primary weapon frequently. Now, this one is only okay. If you want an additional melee charge for, say, throwing knives, nice little benefit there. You can get another perk out of it instead of an extra throwing knife. If you want an extra smoke grenade, also beneficial there. Melee damage has a chance to automatically reload primary weapon. Unfortunately, while that sounds like it could be beneficial, I don't think that's going to be a game changer or a lifesaver. So personally, this one's kind of a throwaway in my book. The additional melee charge isn't bad, depending on if you want to go smoke grenade or throwing knife. I mean, that's a pretty straightforward perk, but if that's all you get for this, I still don't think these are that great. Have another discipline strength roll this morning. At least if you're going melee, you probably should have some strength, so that's not a terrible roll, at least on these. Got Switchblade, decreases melee attack cooldown time, also beneficial. Faster you can melee, always going to be a good thing pretty much in general in PvP, so this is just a good perk to have. Other one, of course, impact induction bonus grenade energy on melee hits. It's kind of your choice, but if melee speed is an option, I would always go for that. Finally, you've got Sidearm Loader. Increases the reload speed of sidearms, and Machine Gun Loader, reload speed on machine guns. Pretty straightforward on those, and personal preference on reloading. Honestly, you get an extra melee charge, and if you hit somebody with your melee damage, you have a chance, not even guaranteed, to reload your primary weapon. Again, personally not that great, not my favorite exotic. I can't say I've thought of many times I've used these things, so not really going to be a beast mode exotic here for the hunters. Sorry guys, not a great week for you. Final piece of armor we have in the exotic category is for the Warlocks, called the Alchemist Raiment. This is a chest piece, and the exotic perk is called Iron to Gold. Chance to gain Glimmer on primary ammo pickup. It's pretty much all there is. Orbs collected when your super is full, recharge your grenades in melee. So pretty much it's just giving you more use out of your, orbs. They're not going to waste if you pick them up, which isn't totally bad. But if your perk that you're getting on the overall grand scheme of things is more Glimmer for ammo pickups, yeah, not really that great. If you're short on Glimmer, just go farm some Glimmer on one of the missions or something like that. There's just decent ways to do it. Put on a ghost that will give you Glimmer when you kill a certain enemy type, and just go mop that enemy up for a little while. That's probably going to be a more beneficial anyway. So, personally, these are not that great. Glimmer on ammo pickups, and orbs go into grenades and melee when your super is full. Not really much happening there, so they look cool, but that's about it. We've got Intellect and Strength roll this morning. If anything, I might go Intellect Discipline, just because chest pieces generally want those. Got Special Ammo and Heavy Ammo. It's about the only good thing going for this thing is it's a chest piece that has that general ammo category. Finally, we've got Arc Burn Defense and Arc Armor. So, you are stuck with Arc unless you want to reroll this thing. So all in all, for these Alchemist Raiment, not a lot to talk about here. Extra Glimmer when you pick up primary ammo at a chance. And then your orbs will recharge your melee and your grenades faster when your super is full. That's it. So not much happening there. Pretty straightforward. If this sounds appealing to you, go nuts. Otherwise, probably just add it to your collection, dismantle it, take the shard, and just leave it in the kiosk. The weapon this morning is Red Death. Not too shabby, and we've got some new ornaments coming for this thing actually next week. Check out, look for my donning video over the weekend. I'll post everything compiled together in one place so you guys can see all that. But we've got the pulse rifle of Red Death. Perks we've got unflinching, snapshot, high caliber rounds. Always a good thing to give you that range bonus and also that stagger bonus. Pretty good for this one, especially because it's a slower firing gun. You definitely want to get that stagger if you're going to use this thing in PvP. Finally, the main perk is, of course, Red Death. Each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. So, the reload speed may have been new. I actually can't remember. It's been so long going back to year one since this thing's been around forever. But mostly, each kill heals you. That's the big benefit. If you've got something like exposure, if you're running around in front of a lot of enemies, if you're in PvP and you trade with somebody and then somebody comes up around a corner, you're going to recharge your health every time. So it's got a cooldown. You can't do it like every 1 second, but every so often that you kill somebody, more like in a PvP setting where you're not going to be killing people constantly, when you kill them, you're going to refill your health bar to the full and you can engage quicker as opposed to waiting for that recovery to go into effect. In PvE, if you've got something like exposure, which is painful, and you've got that one big shield, when it goes down, you're out. What this will do, as opposed to standing still for like 10 minutes and waiting for that thing to recharge, every enemy you kill will actually bump that shield back up a little chunk. So it's actually one of the best ways to counter the exposure perk in the game. It's a pretty good gun overall. That health perk is actually pretty solid. And in general, it's got decent range, decent killing ability, pretty decent impact. So if you don't have this one, for sure pick it up, add it to your collection, toy around with it, see if you like it. It's a good gun, and honestly, it just looks pretty cool too. The ornaments we have this week, I think we've got a duplicate from last week. We've got Zahalo Supercells, not a toy. So this is going to be your camo crazy looking one. And then on the other side, we've got Crucible Assassin 4 Trespasser. This is the silver looking Trespasser, kind of just, your official looking, nickel plated looking gun. So both are cool, definitely very different. I would probably go for a preference of Trespasser if I had to spend my silver this week, but that's always up to you guys. The Engram this week is Legacy. Again, Legacy Engram. I know I say that, but for the longest time we had people occasionally say, crap, I bought the Engram. Don't buy it. Legacy Engram, it's 31 strange coins. You've got better uses for those. And it's going to be a year one weapon. We're going to be getting Icebreaker soon, but the only thing you're going to be missing out on is probably Pocket Infinity, which was a quest. And if you don't have that one and they don't bring it back before Destiny 2, well, I guess it's not time for you guys to try it out. So again, skip that Legacy Engram. Finally, we come down here to the miscellaneous good stuff. Got Plasma Drive, Emerald Coil to take those regular blue quality Sparrows and upgrade those into legendaries for better speed. Heavy ammo synths, 3 ammo synths. Always make sure you got a decent stock of these if you're going into PvE encounters. Just good to have these across the board. I've got like 100 on each character, and then I'm pretty much good at this point. 3 of coins. I'm also good on these, sadly, but they continue to keep coming. So I've got about 500 of these things. No, about 200 of these things between my characters, so I'm in pretty good shape. But every PvP match at Iron Banner, every time you guys finish off a strike, pop one of these. Just always have one going. Get that chance at that exotic drop. Finally, you've got Glass Needles in case you need to reroll some armor stats on an exotic piece of armor. Weapons you're not going to do much to, but all your armor stats and just every perk except the main exotic one, you can reroll them, see if you can get something better. And finally, of course, your Mote of Light Material Exchange. It's terrible. Skip it. Don't do it. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for Reserve for me, guys, for December 9th. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Hope this was appreciated. Drop a like down below. Definitely helps me out. Check out the main channel page, just, my normal page. Subscribe there. I will keep the content coming your way. Working on my Tomb Raider series and probably going to start mixing it up with a little Titanfall 2 in the mix as well. Got the holiday events coming up for this game for sure. The Dawning, I will be putting my video together for that, so keep your eyes out for that one. Otherwise, have yourselves a good weekend and enjoy. Holidays are coming up, so spend some time with family if I don't see you soon. And enjoy the weekend. Finish up Iron Banner and max out those characters. Time to hit 400, guys. Have a good weekend.